Hey everyone, and welcome back into another video. Today I'm going to be explaining how you can become near fluent in a language just by using it from school. So let's say like you're in a British secondary school, let's say, and you're learning French and you want to become fluent in French, or like you really love the language and you just want to learn it. Here's what you should be able to do so you could excel in that language, because rest assured, people despise languages from school, and basically it's because they think it's really unhelpful. But people would be surprised by how much you can actually learn from school. Para mí, aprendí español de la escuela y creo que yo puedo hablarlo con fluidez, pero al mismo tiempo necesitas poner el esfuerzo para que puedas aprenderlo bien. Y también no era fácil para mí porque tuve que aprender mucho y no estoy acostumbrado con el idioma, pero puedo decir que yo hablo español, yo puedo hablarlo con fluidez y obviamente es posible para que puedas aprender un idioma de cero. So yeah, that was a little bit of Spanish, but yeah, I'm going to be showing everything I did. The first one being, and it's really simple, it's literally just to take it seriously, because I've seen that many people don't take it seriously and they'll get like, I don't know, they'll get like 50% in their exams, and it's like, really, you need to be like taking it seriously. Like every lesson, like let's say you're confused a bit, you can look it up online, because what I used mostly was online. One thing is that online is one of the most useful things anyone can do. Like just look up stuff you don't know, just look up YouTube videos you don't know. And I'm just gonna say, like, that has helped me so much. Like, just have the motivation to come into a lesson. Like, let's say you're in a Spanish lesson and just take down notes of everything. Because really, school's like free lessons. Because, like, I mean, obviously it depends on the country you're in. Because if you're in the US, you have to pay for it. But, like, let's say you're in school, then really, you're coming in, you're having free lessons of that language. And many adults would love to get lessons of some languages, and you're getting it for free in school. So yeah, definitely it helps a lot just to take it seriously. Take down notes of everything that's happening. For example, if you didn't know how to say, bonjour, je m'appelle Alex et je veux apprendre le français parce que j'aime la langue. Let's say you learn how to say that. That's great, that's a start. You know how to like do like, you know how to say some sentences. So the first thing is to take it like seriously. Second thing, what I did was talk to my actual language teachers, because this could be during break or lunch when let's say you're learning German now. Let's say you want to obviously one part of language is that you need to practice your speaking, because what they really do in school a lot is focus on reading, listening, which is good, and writing, reading, listening, but they don't really focus on speaking as much. So one way you can get all of the four groups is literally just to practice during the school day, because obviously like learning a language, you can't really do it like only practice every lesson. You also have to put the time and effort at home as well, so that you can learn it, because it's not possible to learn a language like completely just from school lessons, because you need to take what you learn from school lessons and also develop that from home. So what you could do is probably like go to like your teacher at like, I don't know, break or lunch, like let's say you're a German teacher and you just speak to them in like German. And I think I learned a lot from that, because I was going to my Spanish teachers like every single day at break and lunch, and I would literally just talk to them in Spanish and they'll talk to me and we'll just have a conversation. Because like I think like people just don't take advantage of the fact that they could just speak to their teachers in their own language, and they're getting listening practice from those like teachers, and also their teachers, so they'll obviously slow down and make sure it's easier for you so you can get great practice. So I don't think people are taking enough advantage of the fact that you could speak to your teachers, learn on the way. For example, like how do I express that? Like you want to say something and you don't know how to say it, and they can help you say it. So I feel like people are not taking advantage of that. So yeah, definitely speaking to my teachers have helped a lot, even with like grammar rules and stuff, because they could just explain it to me during break. So let's say you're a bit more advanced than your class, then you could literally just, I don't know, it's like really, really useful. The third thing is not to just focus on what you're doing in lesson, but take what you learn from lesson. So let's say you learn how to say what you like to do. Let's say you're learning Spanish, you learn how to say, I like to dance in my free time. Let's just say you learn how to say that just because of school. You could take that, or like you could like, you could like take that from what you learned from school, you could apply it, and you could just say it in your like day to day. So one thing on languages that like you could do is that you could just say what you're doing. For example, I'm right now recording a video. Ahora estoy grabando un video para mi canal de YouTube. You know, like you could just do whatever you're doing right now. Like you could do that as well. You could just see what you're seeing. You could just describe what you're seeing. Like I could see a clock, reloj. Estoy usando un reloj. you could do that. You could just say what you're looking at in your day-to-day, and that is something so useful. Just constantly talk, because also what one thing people just cannot do is talk, because the reason like you probably speak slow during the language is because you don't talk enough, and it will obviously take time. You have to like put like, I don't know, like it taken me like a year to be able to speak naturally, because I was thinking like every single sentence in my head in English and then into Spanish. But to stop that, you literally just need to talk and talk and talk. If you don't know how to say a word, just translate it. Like, oh, I'm looking at a clock, let me say that. Ahora estoy mirando a la... How do I say clock? I don't know, I'll look it up and then you could use it next time. Like, oh, I'm looking at the clock right now and the time is 5 o'clock. You could do that, and that is so useful. My number 4 thing is to watch TV series, or take advantage of the fact that you have internet or a phone or anything, and you could just use that to learn the language. Like, for example, if you want to learn, I don't know, like it would really help with your listening skills. For example, let's say you're doom scrolling on TikTok. One way you can make that productive is to change the language of TikTok to Spanish, or like whatever the language you're learning is, and you could just watch all of those videos in that target language. So like it will just show you videos of natives talking, because like that's what I did, and I learned an absolute astronomical amount of Spanish just because of TikTok and YouTube as well, because I started following YouTube like followers and TikTok followers, and that's really what I used just so I could get my listening practice. And that would like, obviously why I'm saying school with this is that like you can learn the basics from it and you could develop it from there, because one of the hardest parts is to actually get the foundations and basics of a language right, because like just to learn it from like online resources would be pretty hard. So the fact that you already have school to help you with that, and once you graduate school and you've got your base in that language, you could develop that. So that's why I think school for language is also really, really useful. You just need to take it more seriously, and that's how you can learn it. So let's say you go to Netflix and like you could just search up a Spanish movie and you could watch that, and obviously like the level that they would talk would be really hard. So like that's probably why I'd probably dumb it down to YouTube and just easy YouTube like videos of the language I want to watch. And rest assured that language is going to come to you. You're going to pick it up so nicely if you just spend a lot of time like listening to the language, and obviously repeating and imitating what they're telling you. For example, let's say a native saying, ahora vamos a ir al parque a las 11. Sí, me parece bien. You hear that from a movie or something, and then you're like, all right, let me know what it says. We're going to go to the park at 11, and then you're gonna say it as like ahora, and then you're gonna imitate the speech, so like you can really know how to like move your mouth or adjust your mouth movements just to imitate native speech. And you can find that just by like YouTube videos or TikTok videos. You can learn a lot of vocabulary. It would also teach you a lot of the slang, which is obviously really useful for a language as well. Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.